It's your girl, Lou Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said it, she got it. If you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up, real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She call names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth like, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou. Baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou. Baby, no pressure. Yeah. It's Lou Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong surviving. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with the heat. You won't clap, but she got truth, no sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Lou Pac, baby, capiche.
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lou Pac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-Q-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lou Pac, baby, where every video got purpose.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. what is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Sunday, baby. What a little 1-2 Sunday nightcap for us. I had a busy day, y'all, so I had to get to this live late, unfortunately, But I think I'll be able to do earlier lives during the week. Yeah, they'll be a little more earlier during the week, y'all. But anyway, it's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in, rocking out with your girl. It's been a whole lot going on in these YouTube streets. And it's also a little dry as well as far as the saga is released. It's a lot of other stuff going on. But the saga is dry outside of Janastro's constantly posting them fake AI baby style. And them lighting him up in the chat behind it. Like when I tell y'all they be going in, they ain't letting him make it. Let me see who we got in here so we can get this thing cracked alive. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the top. Let me get to the top, baby. Hey, Miss Tracy. Hey, Scorpio Stings. Love me. DS Island in the building. You say, Pac, I've got homework for you. Today I watched the Johnny Depp court trial. It's so similar to RH. Can you dialogue the two stories? Girl, we done did that already. You extremely late with the Johnny Depp trial. We talked about that. Matter of fact, a lot of people reference that trial, how it's relative to the True saga when the trial actually happened. But yeah, we went in. We did a little 1-2 on it a few times. Kind of comparing and contrasting when it came to those situations. But that Johnny Depp trial was epic. It was epic. Okay. Hey, Miss Sweetie. Hey, Nana Karen. Hey, Anita. Love me for real. Miss Jackie Roberts. Miss E in the building. I am her. We got Black Knight in this thing. Miss Patricia, Kimberly Merrills, discussion board, Art Chapman, Miss Lolo, Miss Yolanda, rolling with BB in the building, Casharell, Giselle. I'm chosen, my love. I love you more. Miss Nina. We got Jaisha in this thing. Pac, I swear I was just sitting here like, man, where Pac at? Hey, y'all. Remind me, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was doing before I got on the live. I was sitting at my desk, but I was watching stuff. So that's why I wasn't on here. I'm gonna tell y'all what it was later. Just remind me. Hey, Miss Jackie Moore. Hey, Miss Geraldine. Hey, Tina. Hey, Miss Angela Dickerson, Renita, Miss Lila, Miss Ashley in the building, a new touch nail and beauty bar, Miss Cheryl Wagner. We got, hold on, let me go up, let me go down. Miss 903 in this thing. Jaquita. She say, hey, Luke, I can chat, currently going through a hard time. I need help with my daughter's school clothes. I have a GoFundMe. If I post, if you all can help, thanks in advance. I did reply to your comment in the chat and I said, you put up a wish list with her school clothes because I feel like people be more comfortable supporting that way that because a lot of people, let me just say, it'd be a whole lot of scams. Not saying you scamming, but I know for a fact that people are more comfortable with, if it was a wish list and the school clothes are directly on it. So do it that way, my love. Do it that way. Hey, Shell. Who else in here? Let me see. Shout out to my bro Terry. Who else? Ranita, you say what we doing? Look how baby late night cap. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to you for being a member for 4 months. Thank you, Terry, for the copyright and fair use. We just gonna do a little quick dialogue nightcap, y'all. Sunshine in the building. It is officially, let's see, today is the 3rd. So that means 9 days away from the big court date. The big one. The big one is coming. Okay, hold on. My son texting me. Hold on, y'all. Texting me from his room. Because I got him watching something for me. Okay? So I was watching it at first, but I got him watching now. Let me see. Miss Geraldine, shout out to you for being a 22-month member. Day one in this thing. I'm forever chosen. Who else in here? Latte Eminem, of course. We got Courtney Lester, Kim Jones, Rakita. We got my dream star. Who else? Let me see. Star Smith. You got the crew in here. We got some of them. It ain't everybody because it's late. It's a Sunday. A lot of people got to work tomorrow, and that's understandable. So I know how it goes. I ain't going to be on here too long anyways, y'all. Even though, I ain't got I ain't got to work tomorrow, but I ain't gonna be on here too late. 'Cause I am tired. My child been in driver's ed. I've been having to get up at 6 a.m. And when you stay up all night, like I got insomnia so bad, y'all. So when I stay up late, like getting up, trying to get up, you see for like maybe 2, 3 hours, that be tearing you up. It's so hard on your body. What's up, that one? Hey, Miss Pamela. Hey, Miss Janet. Hey, Miss Doris, Miss Cassandra, Miss Wilson in the building, Miss LaTessa, Miss Marlene. Who else we got in here? Happy early birthday, Miss Doris. Turn up for the one time. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, Miss Angel, Raquel, Freddie in the building, Miss Vanessa. We got Money Mo. You say, look out in chat. Today makes a year I've been rocking with you here on YouTube. Soon I'll become a member. Okay, I love it, girl. You are a member. Okay, if you here, you here. Shout out to all of y'all. It is appreciative, I swear. Arthur YV in the building, Sassy M. You said I didn't get a notification you were coming live. I didn't think you were coming live tonight. Catching your lives has become an addiction. Girl, listen. I took a break yesterday, y'all. I was so tired because, like I said, I had to bring my son to driver's ed, and it's in another city. So it's like 30, 35 minutes from here. And I had stayed up all night the night before. So I had only slept like 2 or 3 hours. So when I got up to, at 6 a.m. to bring him, well, I had to get myself together and go drop him. I was so tired. It looked like it did something to me. So I couldn't come live yesterday. Like I was too worn out, y'all. That's why I took a little break. I said that the last month is over with. I took a little break yesterday and now we back. We back in the fold. Back in the fold with my left eye voice. Let me see who else in here. Hey, Miss E. Hey, Miss Mia. Miss Amina. My love, Miss Erin in the building. You said was making. Wait, I was trying to figure out what you was making. Can you please? Oh, I forgot I posted it. I had made some. I was supposed to post a picture, y'all, but I ate them so doggone fast. I had made some jalapeno. I don't know if those are called poppers or just stuffed jalapenos. 'Cause what I do is, I had them in that water because I blanched them first. Because it'll when you blanch your peppers first, it takes time away from having to air fry them so long. So I blanched them first, and then I put cream cheese. I put colossal shrimp. I season my shrimp, and I split them and put them on top so they could be long ways. Wrap them in bacon. Then I put sweet chili sauce on top of that, and I put a little pepper on top, like a little cayenne, because I like my stuff spicy. Because when you blanch your peppers, it kind of and when you blanch your peppers and when you take the seeds out, it takes away from the spice. So I did that, and that's what I was making yesterday. I forgot to tell y'all. Some people had guessed it though in the chat. Okay, let me turn on Ham tablet. My baby's still with her grandma. Let me turn her. I'm shocked she didn't call me to come home because that one is full. She must be having a time, baby. Hold on, y'all. Unlock her tablet for about an hour. Okay. Let me see. You say I am my big 50th. Okay, well, you need to be having a party because that's a milestone, baby. Hey, boss lady, to you. You said, I'm in here as always. I'm going to have to get over this fear of putting my card on stuff. I've been robbed by Cash App before, but I'm a day one for sure. Shout out to you, day one for sure. I love it. And I used to be like that too. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I used to have a big fear of that because I'm not a cash person. Like I rarely have cash unless I have to have it like for my kids, like during school, I get a couple dollars out the ATM or whatever. But I had to get out of that because you be needing to get stuff. So I had to get away from that. I had to get away from that. But I don't blame you. You gotta be real careful with those apps like that. That's why I try not to use too many. Even though I have a few like the ones y'all asked me to get, like Venmo and stuff like that, but I don't leave my card linked to it because you never know. Stuff happens or whatever. But I feel like Cash App is more secure when you verify. Like when you put your ID in and verify, because I haven't been scamming. I've been having Cash App for years now. God spare it don't happen, Never say never, but thus far I've been good. So that's a blessing. But I always, if I put my card in, I take it off. I don't never leave my card on there, so that might be why too. Hey Lacey, hey Cancer 66. I'm always getting a call while I'm live. Hold up, y'all. Well, she didn't hung up. She'll call my son. That's my niece calling now. Hey Lonnie. Who else in here? It was good, y'all. So good. Like I could eat on them things all day long. Not too big, but they're nice size. So I eat like 3 or 4 and it fill me up in full fast too. Hey Shanique. Who else in here? Hey Miss Stephanie. Um, Miss Angela B. I'm having one this weekend coming up. Okay, you enjoy your birthday, Miss Marie. Miss Lenora is only one for Tima and Lily in the building. Shout out to all of y'all. If y'all would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me at $2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. You can support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a little goal set of 15, y'all. It ain't much, it ain't mandatory, but it's greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live. Okay, everything helps, child. You can also support the platform by getting a membership. Shout out to all my members, days 1, 2, and 3s. We're going to have a big members only live coming up soon, y'all. I know y'all be missing me over there, but y'all do know when I do come over there, I'll be with y'all for at least 2.5 to 3 hours. So y'all can give me that much. I'll stay live longer in members than a public live. Okay, so y'all give me that much time. But make sure y'all watching them ads and hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Keep me in the algorithm. And for my bro Kevin, let me say this because I put it in the chat, but he didn't see it, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all was in Kevin live a little while ago, but Miss White had gifted him 20 memberships, right? Now, unfortunately, most of y'all know I can't get gifted memberships on my channel. I don't know why. Like I've been trying to figure it out for the longest, but for some reason it will not let y'all gift memberships over here. And for the ones who don't know what that is, it's a little thing like when you go to get a super chat or a super sticker, it's a button where it says gifted memberships where somebody can purchase 5, 10, 15, 20 memberships and the system will automatically gift it to people in the chat. My channel don't have that, y'all. I don't know why. I don't ask me, but a lot of people been asking because I have some supporters that want to do it, but I don't have it. Like it does not allow me to do it for some reason. I didn't contact the YouTube. It still don't let me do it. But whenever I was in Kevin chat, I was like, I never get chosen for the gifted membership. So he thought I was talking about, Miss White buying 20 memberships, but I was talking about, how the YouTube picks the members. Like if I'm in somebody's chat and somebody gifts a membership, it never chooses me as one of the people to get the free membership. That's what I meant. Some people knew what I was talking about, though, but I don't know if Kevin knew. But shout out to my bro. Shout out to him. He had a real good live, y'all. If y'all didn't watch it, make sure y'all go tune in. Accountability 101. That's major. Nobody wins when the family feuds. And I feel like, let me just give my opinion on this situation. I ain't gonna go too much into it because at the end of the day, I feel like they still family, y'all. I say my little 1-2, but it ain't nothing like directly towards a person or insulting or anything like that. I just give a little quick something, but I just feel like, and I'm basing this off of how I move in real life. Blood ain't always thicker than water, and that's a fact. And I look at it like that too. When it comes to me and my kids, because we have like in my family, like we have um step grandpas and step grandma, whatever you want to call it, when your parents marry other people, we got that type of dynamic. So I look at it like blood ain't always thicker than water. I go for the love, the time invested, and that's what counts for me. Loyalty, love, time invested. Because family will screw you over quicker than a stranger, and that's a fact. And I'm not saying that's what's going on here, even though I mean a blind man can see what's going on with that situation. But I'm just speaking in general because things happen. Things happen, and it's a lot of people saying, "Oh, my family would never." You never know. Let me just say that you never know what your family would do in this type of situation. It's just unfortunate that their family is invested into the internet, like most of them have, this is their livelihood. So they feel the need to take it to the internet for certain things, right? And then you never know what you will do in a situation where somebody takes your business to the internet and you got to respond. You never know. We all human at the end of the day, and we make mistakes. It is what it is. But I still feel like some things you just can't come back from, but you just move forward with grace, move in peace, and love them from a distance. Love them from a distance and keep it pushing. Because whether it's a family member or a stranger or a friend, I feel like once that trust is broken, it's a wrap. And now I'm speaking for me now. Like once that trust is broken, it's a wrap. Whether we blood or we water. That scenario is crazy. But y'all know what I mean though. Because I feel like I hold family to a higher standard. Cause we family. And if I know I would never do nothing to you because we're family, I hold you to that same regard. So if I know I wouldn't cross you or betray you or be disloyal to you, I expect the same thing in return, because if I have that type of restraint, self-control, morality, integrity, then I feel like you can have it too. You choose not to. And that it is what it is. So, it is a such thing as loving a family member from a distance. Family go through things all the time. Some people is just on the internet. Everybody business ain't blasted on the internet, but this is not uncommon. This ain't a new child. It happens. It happens all the time. Family members fight every single day. Every single day. Some of them go extremely low. Some of them will a first cousin, a sister, sleep with your man. Huh. Pretty sure some of y'all didn't experience that. A blood sister will sleep with your man. I ain't talking about me, child, because listen, my sisters don't do that. But I'm just saying stuff like that happens. So it's just unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but things happen. Things happen. It is what it is. If they come together, they come back together, that's great, because like at the end of the day, they still family. But if they don't, it's also understandable, because I feel like with family, you should never go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, did it really require? You know what? I'm gonna just leave it alone. But it is what it is, y'all. I'm gonna just pray for them. I pray for all parties involved. I pray for all parties involved, because I know I wouldn't want to be going through that with any of my family. And it is what it is. But that's all we can do, is just pray for all parties involved, and hopefully outside entities. Because bringing it to the internet does make it worse, because now you have a bunch of opinions, perspectives that are in favor of whoever they're in favor of, and it makes the situation worse, opposed to dealing with it in private, where it's just you and that person that's speaking, and you ain't got people saying, "Oh, you right," and then on the other side they saying, "Oh, you right, no, you right." It makes a big difference, y'all. It really does, But it's here now, so hopefully, like I say, shout out to Kevin for doing what he did on his live, because that was real big of him. And we're gonna pray and hope, because he did say everybody pray for him that he don't have to take it back to the internet. But that was real big of him what he did, because he could have went to hell and he chose not to. He chose not to. So that was good. That was a good thing, child. That was a good thing. Let me see. Let me go up to what y'all talking about, and then we're gonna talk about the laonias and the nostrils a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. Where we at? Make sure y'all hitting that like button for me. The ones that's coming, and I see the numbers moving. So as y'all come in, hit that like button and support your girls' goal if you can. Y'all know I wasn't here yesterday, child, and missed a whole lot. I almost overslept today and missed everything, because I was tuned in. Don't get it twisted. I be listening like y'all when I can, but sometimes I be missing out because I be having stuff going on. But it is what it is. But I did get to hear the majority of what happened today, and it's disheartening. It really is, because I feel like when you move a certain way yourself, you never want to see things like that happen with other people. Like, I have compassion. I have compassion for others, so I don't want to see that. Even though, me and the sister had our issue. I still don't want to see her and her family going through this because I wouldn't want to go through it with my family. So, but it is what it is. It's on the internet and it's unfortunate and it's something that they have to live with forever because y'all know I'm real big on saying once it's on the internet, it's here to stay. It's like a lasting footprint, like a what they call it, a Hollywood star child. It's there forever. So hopefully everybody moving forward can move in grace and peace and just put it behind. We'll see. We'll see y'all. Lupac makes those fancy jalapeno so good. It's who said that? Castle 66. It was so good. So good. I love them things, girl. Hey Miss Ashley, shout out to you for being a 9-month member. Lupac's like, Grandma, why you calling my phone at this hour? The grandma respond, girl, you better lower your voice. Listen, she'll sure say that too. Better not talk loud to my mom. Don't play that. I need you to send my screenshot of upgrade, but I don't use Facebook. You need to send it to me. You have to have Messenger though, Courtney. So you're gonna have to if you're trying to be in the private group with the second tier, you have to have Facebook Messenger. You don't have to have Facebook, but you have to have that Messenger to be in the group. So if you don't have it, you have to download it. Hey, Miss Brenda, you have to give permission on your page. I been did that, Miss Angel. Trust me, I done did everything. I done messaged help. I gave permission. Tried to check if it was a brand. My page was attached to a brand. All of that, and it did say because it don't say my page attached to a brand, but it does say on Google that sometimes it'll be attached to a brand, and you just won't know. So at this point, I just gave up on it. I just gave up on it, child. I feel like if they want to be a member, they will. That's how I look at it. I feel like he sees me to stay out of the sibling situation and stand there down, as well as the supporters ain't doing nothing but making it worse, in my opinion. And that's true, Kim. But you know how the internet goes. I mean, we could say that all day long, but people still gonna give their input because it's on the internet. And it's unfortunate, and the thing is we can't pick and choose what people input on, just like other situations. When it comes to RH and Laonia, everybody chime in on that. So that's just like me. If my business was to hit the internet, I can't tell people that they can't speak on it because I put it out there. So it is what it is. But that's why I don't post my business on the internet, child. Okay, listen, I don't do that. But it's just an unfortunate situation. And that's why I said, other people's input definitely makes it worse because you picking and choosing. I favor this person, so I'm going to say they right. And then I favor this person, so I'm going to say they're right. And it just keeps it going back and forth. Let's see. Tyree said you don't get gifted because you have to turn it on. I did. How you turn it on is when you see someone gifting, people click on it. I've been there, y'all. It's on because I have been gifted a membership before. Matter of fact, on 2K's channel, so it's been turned on. I've been toggled it on, but that wasn't the issue. It's still not available on my channel. It sure was good. I really appreciate Kevin and completely support his decision. Family is not always good for you, and walking away can be the very best thing to do. Yep, especially if it helps with your peace. At the end of the day, it's all about the family you create and not the family you come from. Don't let that go over your head. Okay, listen. It's about once you start creating your family, that's who it's about. You got to look out for your family, the ones in your home. Because 9 times out of 10, the person you arguing with gonna do the same. They're gonna look out for their family. And that's not saying just throw your family outside of your home completely away, but unless circumstances arise, but you gotta look out for the ones that are dependent on you, your kids. Let's see. It's really a sad situation. I could never team up with the very enemy that was bullying my children to go against my family. Let me see, y'all. Let me go down. Miss Jackie said, I love my sister from a distance. From a distance, she don't speak to me, and I don't speak to her. We don't argue or pass words. And sometimes that's the best thing, and then because sometimes the family reunite. Like sometimes all it takes is a little time and separation, and then you go back to like I said, me and my siblings then had little tiffs, and we'll give each other space, and then once my mama cooks something for the holiday, we all over there like nothing happened, But I guess it depends on the severity of the situation also, because it is true that some things you cannot come back from. That's like, for example, y'all, and this is just an example. If your sister, not let me start. Not, let me not start with the sister first. Let's say you got a best friend or just a friend, somebody that you cool with, that you do talk to, and they was to see with your husband. What would you do? Would you still be cool with that friend? Or would you cut that friend off and your husband? And the same thing if it was your blood sister. Would you, oh, that's my sister, so I'ma, let it ride? No, I don't look at it like that, because I feel like if you my sister, that's more so of a reason for you not to do it. That's crazy to me. And I'm just speaking in general, just giving a scenario as to how I move when it comes to my family, y'all. That's how I move, because I know if I know I wouldn't do it to you, I expect the same in return, because we come from the same bloodline. So we should have the same type of integrity and morality. But it don't always work like that. It don't always, unfortunately. Um Miss Ashley say, "Long you haven't been on the internet. Wonder why? Why hasn't RH got Momo on the weekend and the week?" That I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know, y'all. I do know that for her birthday weekend, it was Laonia's weekend. So this would have been his weekend. I haven't seen his page in a few days, so I don't know if he had her or not. You know, that's something that would have to come directly from the source child. And I don't have that type of contact, but I'm not sure. I do know she ain't really been posting too much, and I think it's because of that court date that's coming up. And we're about to discuss that, matter of fact. Hey to everybody that's coming in. You welcome, Courtney. Um, let's see. I'm chosen said, tickles me how a lot of supporters go through their man's phone, but wait, go through their man's phone because they know he got another piece on the side, but they all up in Kel's marriage where there are no secrets between free consenting adults. And when it comes to that, the poly union, I don't have nothing against that. Like, I don't understand why people would be opposed to that. You can say, oh, I would never do it and still not have an issue with it. It's all about, what you pick and choose to do with yourself in your life. Like, at the end of the day, I absolutely have no issue with because I look at it from the beneficial side of it. I look at it from that. A lot of people view it, and you have to be open minded, right? And also know your history when it comes to it. It's really not uncommon. It's just a lot of closed minded people that are, you know, they don't think abroad. Let's say that they ain't looking at it from the aspect of how we came about. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I have no issue with it. What works for them because people getting cheated on every day and don't even know. So how can you be against voluntary behavior with three consenting adults, but it's a lot of infidelity going on in this world? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's nobody is being forced to be in that union. Those women, if they want to walk away, they can. Kevin is not holding them hostage. So I don't understand that aspect of it. Yeah, you have a right to your opinion, and you also have a right to say what you would and wouldn't do. But at the end of the day, it's them. It's their choice. They're choosing to be in that union, and that works for their family. And it's more to it. And I think a lot of people looking at their union and thinking that it's one big orgy, and it's not that. They ain't having threesomes. Like, it ain't none of that. It works for them. And it's beneficial financially, economically, like it's a beneficial union. So I just don't get it, y'all. But it is what it is. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think I could do it because I don't know. Maybe I'm too stingy. But I'm also not gonna judge them because it works for them. It works for them. So hey, and you gotta also look at it like this too. There are some women that are okay with, some people say sharing. I don't want it to sound insulting, but There are some women who are okay with sharing because they like their peace. Some women don't want to be, and I've heard this from a lot of women in relationships, how they've been in relationship for years and years at a time, and they just be wanting a peace. Like, take for instance, some women whose men work out of town, like they prefer their man to work out of town because they like that peace to themselves. They like that period in the relationship where they can just be to themselves, because everybody is not, for a monogamous relationship. Like, some people like that type of peace, and I think that's how Jamie feels also. I think she's okay with it because she that's what she gives to me. That's what she gives. She gives that she likes the fact that she can still be in her relationship but also have some time to herself as well. And it's nothing wrong with that. If that's what she chose, that don't make her less of a woman. That don't make her gullible or easily manipulated. These are very intelligent women. Like, if you watch their content, they're very smart. So I don't think Kevin is manipulating them into that situation. That's not what I see when I look at them. I see a family dynamic working together, keeping it in home. Because he could have just been with his wife and out here cheating on her to satisfy the masses, right? He could have been doing it like what the world's used to, but he not. So if it works for them, that's the portion of it that I don't understand, y'all. Because like I said, there's a lot of infidelity going on, right? Not to say it's okay, but people know about some. It's women who will get cheated on and keep forgiving a man. Lie on you. It's a lot of women like that. He'll cheat, she'll forgive him. He'll cheat again. He just keeps cheating because he thinks that she's that gullible. And then you have a situation where these people are consenting. It ain't no secrets. She know where he at. He know where she at, and blase, blase. So why is that a problem? I just don't get it. Like, and that's the portion of it that I don't get when it comes to that part. Like, involuntary um infidelity. Like, your man cheating on you and you don't know about it. And then you find out and forgive him, stay with him, and he continues to cheat. But something is wrong with their consenting union. Like, that's weird to me. That is weird to me. And I think if it's a man speaking on it, it's out of jealousy. It's out of jealousy. Because it ain't too many men out here that wouldn't want what Kevin got, to keep it a buck. Okay, so if it's a man speaking on it, uh, uh. So I don't know, y'all. Me say if they didn't want an opinion on the matter, it wouldn't be on the internet. Um, Let me see. Let me go down. I agree. I agree. Because I wouldn't just come. If I have an issue with a family member, I'm gonna tell them. Like, I'm gonna tell them. I'm not gonna bring it to the internet. And that's how I feel about anything. Y'all know I say that all the time. I never agree with anybody bringing their business to the internet, because once people start giving their opinions on it, you can't dictate and control how it goes moving forward. 1 minute, just 1 minute. So you can't. Like, you shouldn't have brought it to the internet. Let me see. Let me go down. Chelsea, I was really thinking about it. My friend is in one. I think it's a lot of people that are considering it now, y'all. Especially with this economy. Like, it's getting crazy out here. It's getting real crazy out here. And it's no judgment to the ones who are in one. Because I look at it from that aspect. Like I said, it's a lot of infidelity going on, to where you don't know, and some know. Some, that's what you call settling right there. I don't consider what Jamie and Lacey have is settling. I consider that a choice. To me, that's not settling. Settling is you being with a man and he cheats on you, you stay, and then he cheats again. That's settling. That is settling to me. Okay? And that's my opinion on that. That is when you're settling. Already said when he had baby girl the last time, it was going to be a while before he got her. Oh, okay. Unless he got some stuff going on work wise, he could have some stuff going on, y'all. Because I told y'all, you could tell the way he been moving, like he's getting his groove back with his work situation. So it could be something that they had set up already. That he was gonna need a little time off because he got some stuff going on. You say I agree. Lupac, it works for them, so folks need to respect that. Um, I used to say I don't see a problem with their relationship. The ancestors did it. He raising all his kids in one home instead of making broken families, and it's beneficial. I would do it if the man is like Kevin. That's exactly what he doing. All his kids in one household. And the thing is, this is why. Thank you, book. Close my door. Don't slam it. This is why. Um, what was I gonna say? I done got distracted. With my child, y'all. Hold on. Let it come back to me. This is why I don't worry about outside opinions, right? Especially when you're not putting your stuff out there, because I feel like people gonna talk regardless. That's how I look at it. Whether you putting your business out there or not putting it out there, people gonna talk regardless. And when it comes to Kevin's dynamic, let's say he wasn't in his poly union, and or if he was to leave his poly union and had to decide and make a choice, they're gonna critique that also. Then you're gonna start hearing, oh, he left this one, and he stayed with that one, and I wonder why, and well, this one his fate. So at this point, it don't matter because people are going to critique. Period. It is what it as the way of the world. They are going to critique him. So if I was him, I would much rather you do what works for you, what makes you and your family happy. If y'all good with y'all dynamic, that's all that matters. The only opinions that truly matter is the ones inside of your home and the people that genuinely love and support you. Other than that, and I put that in his chat also, bump what the other people say. The people who don't support you, ain't never supported you, you shouldn't care what they say. Period. You should. Because that's what they saying can't pay that light bill. Okay? It can't buy no food in the grocery store either. So no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Um, okay. Now let's get back to where we was at, y'all. So when it comes to the La Onya international situation, oh y'all, I know y'all seen this man then put another AI baby picture up there. I told y'all he was doing that for a reason. I told y'all that. Like he knows what he's doing, y'all. Is bringing a lot of engagement to his page. Now, people might say in the chat, "Oh, you giving them people something to talk about over there," or "Oh, you keep playing it." No, he's not playing in our face as the bloggers because we're not engaging on his Facebook page. We on our platforms talking about it. He's playing in his supporters' faces and the ones who keep going comment over there. That's how it's going. He ain't playing in our face, baby, because we already know what it is. I'm not bringing him a coin by talking on my platform. Talking on my platform brings me a coin. That's the difference. So I hate when people say that, oh, he playing in their face and they fall for it. No, we ain't falling. Y'all falling for it. The ones in his chat. That's who falling for the foolishness. Because if you keep putting comments, whether it's good or bad engagement, it's going to bring a coin. And he knows what he's doing. That's why he keep doing it more and more and more now. It's a lot of engagement going under those posts. Like that is crazy. Um, you say yeah, Blue Box they slow. Y'all, please don't go back and forth in the chat about these people business. Please, 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 please don't, y'all. Like it's not that serious. We all could give our opinion. It is, we free to. I feel like on my platform, you're free to give your opinion, unless it's disrespectful. Okay, and I'm talking about to me or my day one. If you my day one, y'all good. I got y'all. But let's just move on because I see that topic is very very sensitive. So we're gonna just keep it pushing. I said what I said. I gave my piece on it. I feel like I didn't do too much. I ain't took no side with my opinion, and it is what it is. So we're gonna keep it pushing when it comes to that whole dynamic. We're gonna just pray for all the parties involved, and hopefully, because that's sensitive. Like that's a sensitive topic, and I know for a fact if I wouldn't want my family going through that, I know y'all wouldn't want y'all family going through it either, regardless of who's right or wrong in that situation. It's still a broken family at this point. So, it is what it is. So we just gonna pray, y'all. We gonna pray and keep it pushing, baby. She down here hooting and hollering about nothing. Ignore her. Ooh. Okay, let me get back to the nostrils because I know how y'all get that check, y'all. But y'all just let it go, y'all. Please, just let it go for Pop. Let it go for me because I don't need my chat arguing. Okay? We got enough of that with them trolls, child. So we're gonna just let it go and we're gonna talk about nostrils and Laonia, baby. But like I said, he know what he doing, y'all. He's doing that for a reason. If you look at his numbers, matter of fact, let me show y'all. Thank you for keeping us informed because I can't stand to go listen to those other people. You welcome, my love. Okay, let me show y'all just a little example, right? Let me go to his page. Oh, hold up. Let's see what he. Hold on, y'all. I don't want to click on his story on my thing because he might have some music. So let me go here. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. Mm, let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Say it again. I love you. I love you. I love you. Say it again. I love you.
I don't know if he said the girl or boy, but okay, let me pull it up. Pull it up. I was trying to hear. He posted something on his story. I don't know if he said that was the girl or the boy. Because y'all know I did call him out about showing a whole lot of attention to the boy twin and not the girl. And it's very obvious and apparent at this point of what he's doing. And that seed was planted from his baby mama. Laonia planted that seed. She's the one who got on the internet and says that he was already differentiating between the twins while she was pregnant because he wanted two boys. So if we see those behaviors being displayed moving forward on the internet, people gonna call it out. Once you plant that seed, it's a wrap. It grows. It grows, baby. It grows. Okay. All right. Y'all can see that. Let's see. Hold on. Just wanted to see if you would help cook something for our senior brunch. Child, I'm cheering. Always want me to cook something. Hold on, y'all. That's my niece. Um, when is it, little girl? They always volunteering me for stuff. I'm shocked my son ain't never asked me. Hold on. Give me a second. I have to call her back. All right. Let me show y'all the difference. Let me show y'all what he posted in his story first. Let me put my earphones on. Because I don't know if he said the girl's name or the boy's name. Let's click on it.
Say it again. I love you. I love you.
Is that the boy or the girl,
I
y'all?
love you.
Oh, that's the boy.
I love
Um, hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right, thank you. Mimi just texted me something about cooking for y'all senior brunch. When is that? Find out. Tell her I'm on live. You gonna tell her? Oh, you're not going? Well, let me know. Um, so that was the boy. At first, I didn't have my earphones on. I thought he was saying Alea, but he was saying, I love you. But that was the boy twin, right? You would think it's only one baby at this point. Like he is really who child. Listen, later on he can get ready because later on when that baby girl gets older, unless he changes his behavior now, when she get older, she gonna have some resentment towards him, and they gonna have a nice little sit down because you cannot do that with your kids. Those kids feel that. See, she's at an age right now where she don't know what's going on, and we can see it though. You know, we on the outside looking in, but every time this man posts something, unless it's an AI picture, it's just him and that boy twin. Show us who's your favorite without showing. I mean, without telling us. Because that's exactly what he's doing. I feel sorry already. Because he's sad. He's sad, y'all. He's trying to get money up for a car. I don't even know if he did he get well, we didn't see if he got a rental, so I still stick by my opinion. I feel like he was inebriated that night. If he did have insurance, it was liability. That's just my opinion because he sure ain't moved like somebody with full coverage. Okay, he wasn't moving like that. So, uh, I don't know, child. The girl never gets shown love. Do she? She not from what we can see because y'all know they quick to say, well, y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We know what's going on the internet though. That's what we're speaking to. We're not speaking to what happens off camera. We're speaking to what's being presented. And that's all we can do. And that's what we're basing our opinions and our perspectives on. And from what he shows, he's always giving his attention to the boy twin. Period. Like, why would you put, okay, why okay, if you know you got twin babies, right? Born the same day, you posting a video showing so much compassion and love to the boy, why not do the same with the girl and post that one also? Because it's easy to say, well, how you know he didn't do that with the girl? We don't know. We know he posted the boy though. Why not post the girl? If that's the case, don't post neither one. Showing you how much affection you give. But that's what he posted. So, um, so he posted this, y'all. Like I told y'all, he's been getting a lot of. I'm gonna go back to this because I want to read y'all some of them comments. When I say y'all they eating them up, somebody said he posted two boy twins. I ain't gonna lie, this AI photo it looks like two boys. Even though if we going off of if it's the actual babies, this would be the boy and this would be the girl. Okay. Um, 1,000, well over 1,000 likes here, 784 comments. That's a lot of comments for a regular post style. You see here, um, 678 likes, 433 comments. Then we have 1,200 or a little over 1,200 reactions here. You can't see the views, unfortunately, but 33 people shared it, over 1,000 comments, right? That's a lot of engagement on Facebook, y'all. Look at this post, 325 reactions, 7 shares. Why is it stuck on it? 113 comments. Then we have 3,500 reactions, 717 comments, 16 shares. That's a lot of engagement. 985 likes, 149 comments, 6 shares. Of course, he gonna have, this is surrounding controversy. So I hate hospitals. Thank you, Jesus. My twins weren't in the car. They're still attached to that post. Over 2,000 reactions, 330 comments, 2 shares. This live, I don't know how many views he got. Like I said, I can't see it, but over 2K reactions, 933 comments, 40 shares. And then you have his car, of course, almost 6,000 reactions, 1,200 comments. The mood, one of his subliminal posts when he was letting his baby mama know this is his mood, single dad mode, just him and his kids. Yeah. You see 913 reactions, 127 comments. I don't think they was feeling this one too much because it didn't include the Precious La Onya child. I think some people knew what this was right here. POV, over 3K reactions, 753 comments. Keep the difference, y'all. Him, 197 reactions, 39 comments. Somebody, what's the odds of this being the comment you see? I didn't realize how unattractive he is. People are crazy, bro. Y'all hell when y'all well, child. I am weak. 184, 17 comments. Look at the difference, y'all. Just him. 290 reactions, 16 comments, 15 shares. Don't want to leave that out. 436, 30 comments. And this, mind you, his page has well over 100K followers, right? But as y'all can see what is bringing him the most of his engagement. Look, go from here, 390 to the babies, 1,800, 498 comments. The people ain't crazy. Body butter, 267, 49 comments. Your baby mama said it wasn't your ingredients, or did you forget? Because we haven't. And here's the thing. That stain will forever be here. Once she came out here and did what she did, she told, and this is why you cannot be so impulsive, y'all. You cannot be so impulsive and in your feelings, overly emotional, and come to the internet. Because once you put it on the internet, the stain will forever be there. You see how that lady, look, they stayed back together, fake happy and all. And look, this lady, your baby mama said it wasn't your ingredients. Did you forget? Because we haven't. Like, it will forever be that. Hey, Kimberly W. And it's just crazy. Like, it's unfortunate for him. Let me say that. It's unfortunate for him, but he gotta blame his baby mama. Why that body butter ain't collecting a coin. And he ain't really been promoting the loyalty, the clothing brand, but he gotta blame her. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like he's not in it for the right reason, even now. Because I don't know too many men who can take that type of betrayal and be good. Be just that. Men don't forgive that easily. They don't forget that easily. You have to think about all the things she's done on the internet when it concerns him. She did the same thing she did to her ex-husband to him, even though he asked for it. And you know what? Joffrey ain't on the internet no more, right? Well, I haven't seen it. But shout out to Joffrey, because I remember vividly. Joffrey had made he shared a post, y'all. He shared a post off of Janastro's page, right? This was early in the saga, probably 2023 maybe. He shared a post off of Janastro's page, and then he captioned it. You know, when you share a post, you can put your own caption on it, right? He captioned it something along the lines of, let me try to remember, hold on. He said something about she's going to do the same thing to you that she did to her ex-husband, even though a lot of us said that, right? But he actually got a reaction out of Janashos when he said it. Janashos went in the comments and said, he said something. I think he said something along the lines of, we good over here. And Joffrey replied to him and said, you don't know the truth about her, or all she do is lie, something like that. And Janassos replied again and was like, I know all the truth I need to know, and we good over here, bro. Right? Lo and behold, time progressed, and she did the exact same thing to him. I'm about to try to find that post. I'm going to try to find that screenshot because I know I got that receipt. But she did the exact same thing to him, you guys. That's crazy. That's crazy how a lot of this stuff played out, right? But the point I'm trying to make is I don't think that this man is as forgiving as they're trying to portray with this new image, this new beginning crap, right? I feel like he's on forever hold because he gives that type of person. He gives that type of narc that will hold it in the back of his head and make you pay for it in the relationship moving forward. That's what I take from him. I don't see the 360 that they're trying to portray. Because my thing is, if he did do a 360, what got him to that point? What made him do that? Like I don't see that. He didn't go to therapy. I don't see it, y'all. I don't see him. I don't see a person of his caliber and character doing a 360. I think he's still the same man he's always been. He's still putting her through double hockey stick. I think he's still putting her through hell, but she's still doing what she normally does, which is cover it up, waiting for the day to start a fire on the internet, child. That's what that gives to me, right? Yep, the girl was the firstborn, solid as a rock. How we looking on the likes, y'all? How we looking on the likes? Um, Somebody let me know how we doing on that like button. And make sure y'all support my little goal. Nobody's destroying my goal, no love, child. He did a 365 laugh aloud. That would mean he's in the same place he was for he got me joking. A 720. Whichever one it is, whatever one you want to call it, okay? But he gives that he's the same person. I know his kind. I know his kind, right? I've been there. Now I ain't been with nobody who was using me for my coin now. But the way he moved, yeah, I think a lot of us has been there with that type of guy. He's all for self. That's what he gives me. He gives me all for self. Like he's not in it for the right reason. Now, granted, he has kids in it now, but you can tell by his subliminals and his actions that even with that, he's not in it for the right reason. Peep the Proud Family, the picture right here where it's in cartoon where it's just him and the twins, and he got it titled "Move." That's him letting her know, hey, I care nothing about you and your other kids. It's all about me and my baby. It's my seed. That's what I took from that. Because when you're in a dynamic, even if you ain't married, you know you in a relationship with this woman and you know she got other kids, you can't be seclusive. You can't be doing stuff like that. Because I know if it was me, I'm looking at that, looking at you like you crazy. Like, oh, it's all about you and the babies. That's it. But you know it's crazy because she moves like that also now. You can tell by her words. Like when she was on the phone with Dawn talking about, I got, I ain't worried about this and that. I'm worried about my twins and my kids. Like, you what? My twins and my kids? As if they're, separate. That's I pay attention to stuff like that. Wording is everything to me. Just like when she was doing her raffle for the unauthentic items, and she named when she was naming what's been keeping her busy, and she named God first, then the twins, then Amora, then Lala, then Zaya, then Josh. Instead of saying all the kids is one, don't get me wrong, babies require a little more of your time, but you don't make you giving babies more of your time. You don't use that scenario as a means to show favoritism with your kids. That's how I look at it. All my kids different ages too, but I would never put one over the other. It's gonna be equivalent, it's gonna be equal. It's gonna be equal. Neither one is getting more time just because they a different age break. Thank you. I'm chosen. That's my first super girl. You say we need 130 more likes, give or take a few. Come on, y'all. Get me up there. Let's get 85. Give me 85 more likes, y'all. Give me 85 more. Y'all know I'll never ask for the whole thing because I feel like it's always gonna be some trolls that is gonna do everything in their power to not hit the like button. Okay? So I'll never ask for 100%, but at least more. I caught that Tupac and I was like, he was wrong for all that. Yup. You gotta pay attention. When people say stuff like that, I pay attention to stuff like that. Words hold power. When I say that, y'all, I mean that. I don't just be saying it to say it. I pay attention to what a person says because you can tell a lot about their true intentions based on the type of verbiage they use. A lot of times your brain will deliver something faster than you can think about it. Your brain will give you up. It would tell on you. It will tell on you based on what how a lot of times you will say something and you will be like, it's kind of like a reflex, like, oh, I did not want to say that. That's your brain delivering what it's thinking, but not giving you time to process and separate and be more gentle with what you're saying, or not as harsh. That's what I mean by your brain telling on you. Like, ooh, it gives off as a reflex. You'll say it real fast, like something catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? So just like, let's say, let me give y'all another example. Let's say you in the house and it's dark, right? And the light, well, it's dark, of course, the light's off, and something kind of scares you or comes around the corner, and you be like, mother, just holler out a cuss word because in that moment you're scared, but it's your child. you ain't wanting to, cuss at your child. You cussing at the situation because it scared you. But they might not take it like that. I'm just using that as an example, right? But that's what I mean by your brain reacting to something quicker than you can deliver it the way you want it to be delivered. And that's why I say words hold a lot of power, y'all. Like, pay attention to stuff that like that. When people say, especially when people mad, that impulsive behavior is a mug, right? We've seen LaOnya come out here a bunch of times on impulse behavior, saying things that she later had to try and take back. And I'm gonna give y'all an example because I got something pulled up that I want to show y'all. I'm gonna give y'all an example, like when they lied about that scratch on her neck, and who it actually came from, and all of that other stuff. Let's go back here and see. I'm curious to see these comments because I didn't see these, y'all. Let's see what they saying about his body butter. Because if you notice, he ain't really been promoting it. Every blue moon he'll repost this video here, but he ain't really been promoting that butter because she stained it when she came out here impulsively, in her feelings and mad because she thought that the breakup was going to be forever, even though she should know her breakups with him last maybe a day, if that. I'll give them 8 hours before they communicating again, child. But she knows that it doesn't last, so why be so impulsive to come and ruin him on the internet when you know you're gonna want him right back? That's the part I don't understand. Even if you listen to her audios, like of her rants, I'm never doing this again. On my mama, I ain't never. You only get one time to do this. On my mama, I'll never be that dumb again. On my mama, all you hear is on my mama, and then the next day she apologizing or taking accountability. Make it make sense. That's another thing I wouldn't put on my mama when I know 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be right back in the bed with that man. That's a disgrace. That is crazy to me. So, like this one said, of course we read this one. Your baby mama said it wasn't your ingredients, or did you forget? Because we haven't. You can see it's laughing emojis on dang all the comments. So yeah, somebody said I was just thinking the exact same thing when she was mad at him. She spilled the beans. Now let's see who tries to make an excuse for that, because this is one of those situations where we all seen, right? We all seen her come out here and say what really, goes on when it comes to that body butter. Let's see what type of excuse they make for her and her behavior. So this person says, "Who cares what she or you saying? Either you buying it or not." Look, there go one. There go one. Of course they ain't buying, cause she done already told on. So she also said it was stank and no good. No good. Wait, where I'm at? If I remember correctly, now it's the best on the market. I'm confused and somebody lying. And if y'all remember, after she did that, what's up, Tokyo? After she did that, y'all remember she was on her Instagram. She had a whole flyer, child, trying to sell that body butter, selling herself. If you buy the first to buy this amount of body butter, I'm gonna give you a personal phone call with your girl true how she said it, with yours truly. You know it's bad, and this is why you don't act so impulsively on the internet, because you gotta eat it later on. Imagine that. Imagine you having to go through those lengths. Oh, I'm gonna give you a 30-minute or a 5-minute phone call with yours truly if y'all buy this body butter that I just told y'all last week wasn't his real body butter, that is wholesale, and he paying real cheap for it, stealing somebody's names or the fragrances. But hey, if y'all forget everything I said and still purchase it, you're gonna get a 5-minute phone call with yours truly. Imagine that. Imagine that. I guess she said, well, I helped build you up. I built you up when it comes to it. What she did, she invested the beginning stages, because that's another thing she said. She invested in all his business getting it started up. That podcast, if y'all notice, he had a couple episodes and left it at that. That's another thing. We're gonna have to watch that podcast episode one day, y'all. Because I ain't never watched it in its entirety. I remember when it came out, the one where he interviewed her. And one thing that stood out to me is when he was asking her, because he introduced her as a trailblazing social media influencer or social media star, right? But she couldn't get around not mentioning RH when it came to, because y'all know when she was mad, when she came out with the whole DV situation, she tried to make it seem like Facebook culture program is what helped her go viral and build up her brand. But on that interview with Janostrils, she couldn't get away from it. Like, she couldn't just go up there and say, oh, this is how I got my start, without including RH. And that spicy hot or whatever that prank she did on him. She said that was one of the very first pranks to go viral or something. But she put icy hot in his drawers. Yeah. So that was mentioned in that interview. It's crazy. But we'll review it maybe tomorrow. We'll see. So hold on. Let's go here. How long we been on here? Hour and 11. Okay, we're good for now. So hold on. Let's see. Okay, I read that one. I'm confused, and somebody lying. Is in the cart. Can't wait to buy it. That's what that person said. In a in a kitchen, man, please. That's where he been whipping that work. Whipping that work. At first, he was in her basement. Where should he be? He's just starting out. That's true. I mean, but at least not put it on the camera. Nobody want to see you cooking body butter in the kitchen. Like, especially if you're gonna be unsanitized, right? Child. He was, if y'all remember, he was using her gumbo stock pot and her utensils, the food utensils, that pink pot, and her spoon to cook that body butter. Imagine how, it's just the thought of it. It's just, I could see, okay, if she never used that pot before, right? Never used that pot before, and you use it, and she like, well, you just keep it. But she didn't cook in that pot before. You really got on camera cooking body butter in her gumbo stock pot with her utensils, not even trying. Shout out to Miss Season, because when Miss Season did it, she did it the right way. She showed, you could tell that the utensils, the bowls and stuff that she used was specifically for those products. She even had it lined up well with the plastic lining. She had gloves on, all of that. This fool get up there with an apron, a pink gumbo stock pot, a pink, I don't remember the spoon color, so let me not lie. But her spoon that she cooked in, and start cooking that body butter. And people like, oh, well, he just no. So he couldn't invest in a stainless steel bowl. He couldn't invest in something. He could go to the dollar store and get a $7 pot to cook the body butter. He had to use her gun. Like, he was really that hard up starting off. That's crazy. At least do like most and don't put it on the camera if you know it's gonna be all over the place. Thank you, love cat. You say 20 receipts. I call her big pot, not the little one. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Let me see. A trailblazer is nasty work. That's what he said. I gotta get some more too. I got a very little bit left of Miss Season. I forgot which one I got, y'all. But it's When I tell y'all that stuff smells so good, like it's so soft, and it's the smell. Oh my god! I gotta try the other ones. I see she got some exfoliating ones too, so I want to try another one. But I'm real careful on what I put on my skin because I have sensitive skin, y'all, and y'all, I'm real. I don't play about my skin, child. But she got some good stuff. She got some good stuff. I had no breakouts or nothing from her product. So she's definitely using all natural ingredients. And my children love it too. They was like, "Ooh, can you eat it?" That's how good it smells. Because I had a fruity one. I think it was mango something. But I got a very little bit left. So I'm gonna get another one from her. All right, let's go back here. Um, let's see. AI Kitchen, laugh aloud. Do you know where Suave makes theirs? You have to start somewhere. We'll be reordering the coconut, but larger. That's why I know you a starving actor because you can't even afford to get you a machine to do these so-called molded body butters, right, boy? Go get them babies. Dang. Tell them how you really feel. Somebody say, when is the wedding? What wedding? He clearly stated he is not getting married. That little don't rub. Wait, that little don't rub it well. Oh Lord, hello. Make that money, Josh. Sure place my order. Can't wait to receive. Yes, we'll be ordering again. That rub was everything. Was everything, Josh. Okay. But she did. Look, this person. She told on him, and that's why the business is not doing what it was doing. It's not. This one almost 5K reactions, over 1,000 comments, and 32 shares. That just shows. And I could only imagine. Now, mind you, he had to post her to get this. Y'all like my song playing? Should I release? Using it. Tell everybody you using her and them babies without telling them, right? Because mind you, you don't see him share none of her stuff. None. He don't share none of her stuff. He has not been as supportive to her as she been to him this entire relationship. And that's according to her. So for the ones say, oh, how y'all know what he do behind? Well, according to her, when she mad, she tell it all. But look at the reactions from that, right? Of course, she had to be half naked. But let me go all the way up because I want to go to them comments under the latest picture that he posted. Let's see. I'll never get over this one. He's so wrong for that. Like, why would you do this? That's so ignorant. Everything is the boy. The boy. It's both of them here, but the boy. The only time you see them posting both is when they in some type of scenario where it's both, right? Other than that, is the boy. Everything the boy. He gonna have that resentment later on. Watch. Mark what I tell you. Kids. Once she gets to the point where she realizes what's going on, she gonna have to answer for that. She gonna want to have a long sit down with her daddy later on in life. So let's see. Famous twins, unalive, the church outfits today. Who they get their style from? Okay. Let's see what the people are saying now. Because at this point, they sick of it. They are sick of him. But like I said, he's doing it for engagement. He's doing it for the coin. So if you ain't caught on yet, then you helping them. This is diabolical. Somebody says, at all. At all. Like, why she started the sentence like that? At all, the Facebook aunties that supports girl financially and morally throughout her pregnancy that couldn't wait to see the baby. Or she laughing at her. It is funny. They definitely played in them people's face. And let me say this, because they like to cape for her and make excuses, right? Oh, she don't have to show her babies. She protected her babies and all of that good stuff. But what a lot of people fail to realize is during her pregnancy, she was planning to show them. What changed? Because my thing is, This is supposed to be your man, right? You would think they would have been on one accord. She was telling her supporters one thing, but then once the babies got here, keyword got here, she switched it up. She was charging $9.99 subscription fees for milestones and the birth of the twins, the birthing process and their milestones. She started charging $9.99. So once you promise them something for financial or monetary gain, you are supposed to deliver, or it will be considered a scam or deception. They could say what they want, but she did promise them that and charge them for that. That they had people on the waiting list to get in the group, paying $9.99. Even if you wasn't in the group and you wanted to get in, which I don't know what determined if they got in or not. If somebody left, I don't know. But they was paying $9.99 just to get on the wait list to see those babies. Just for them to get here for her to post some toes. Post the toes. Not to mention they bought everything for them that was on that registry. And it wasn't just no cheap items either, baby. She got top of the line, top of the line, two of everything. So imagine that. Ain't no way them people don't support you that much. They can say that, yeah, they saying that to save face, but them people they have never met this girl in person. I could trust the plus. They did that because they was expecting to see the babies and see their milestones posted on social media. How much y'all want to bet, right? Let's say it like this. How much y'all want to bet if she would have posted initially prior to the registry that, hey, we're not showing the babies. We don't plan on showing them. The dad does not want them to be posted on social media or none of that, right? And then if she posted the registry, I guarantee you she wouldn't have got half, let alone everything on that registry. That's like paying for something you're never going to see. That's why she had to start proving that they was real. Come on now. That's like blindly investing your money and not knowing if that person is trustworthy, if they do the right thing, if they're deceptive, because she don't have too good of a track record on the internet, child. But I guarantee all them people was expecting to see them cheering. And that's why you see in their comments every so often you see somebody saying, your supporters bought all that stuff and they still can't see the. Think about it. Why y'all think they saying it? That's why they saying it. So now don't get me wrong, because it's always somebody that lets the message go over their head and not think about the content that should be it's not there, but it's present. Um that's not me saying that they have to. I'm not saying, by all means protect your babies because the internet is very cruel. But they're teasing them also. It's the difference between protecting them, keeping them off the internet, and playing games with your supporters. I would never do that. I would never do that to y'all. I would never do that to y'all because it's very childish. And the crazy part is, I feel like he's more disrespectful to her supporters than she is. Because at the end of the day, these are really her supporters. He was grandfathered in. They supporting him on account of her, right? But he's more willing to play in their face than her. Like that post I put up a couple lives ago where somebody commented and said, y'all probably remember because I just showed y'all this comment a couple days ago. Somebody commented and said, this is ridiculous. They doing this for clicks and views and likes and something about the babies. When they first birthday come around, they gonna be asking for first birthday gifts and this and that. So Laonya replied to the lady and said, I don't never ask for laugh out loud. And then Nostrils, ignorant self, replied and say, sure will. So tell me that's not playing in her supporter spaces. Thank you, Miss Valerie. I appreciate you, my love. You say anybody that put her face ish on their face or his booty butter, the booty butter for me, on their body is crazy. Have you ever seen two people that's both so stupid together? Usually one have a little sense. That's a fact. Like it's always one that got a little bit of sense or a lot of sense. And another thing to add to what you just said, I got a receipt, y'all, where somebody asked him in his comments about if his product is good when you have eczema or something like that. This fool said it healed mine. Tell me I'm lying in the comments, and I'm gonna pull that receipt up. This fool said it healed his. That his product, which is he's getting from other places, according to his baby mama, healed his eczema. He said that, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he said that. All right, let me see. Hold on. What time? 10:49. Okay. I'm gonna soon get off, y'all. So let's see a few more of these comments, child. And I gotta remind me to show y'all that post before we get off of here. Remind me to show y'all that post. Exactly weirdos they are. She played in their face. Always does. Your likes and comments and don't lie. Don't live out Instagram pays them. Well, theirs they are in AI form though. They look different every day because they're different every day. That- that's why. That's why with a AI generator, you never know what you're gonna get. That's like putting a quarter in the gumball machine. Every day is your candy is a different color. Or in a machine where it's like little necklaces and rings and all these different things. It's generating different products. It's a generator, right? So that's why the baby, even though the babies are the same babies that he's taking a picture of, but by him putting it through the AI generator, it's creating different AI form babies, right? So they could very much have had this outfit on with the overall. That's very much what they had on, y'all. But the AI is basically kind of changing the faces up, and that's what it's doing. Um, Let me see. So the person said they look different every day. Somebody said because they ain't real, those are AI babies. Child, I thought it was just me, like a box of over chocolate. Never know what you're gonna get. They are and do. That's not them because they be AI babies, not the real ones. AI can never stay consistent. That's a fact. They do. They are different every day. He making money on every day off of it. Not the toes looking like hook thumbs, bro. Lord, a girl that looks like her father with her mother eyes, and a boy that looks like his mother with his father eyes. I can't breathe at this point. Okay, let's see. Them toes not right at all. There's no lines on their feet, bottom of the feet. Everyone has lines on their feet. The crazy part is she had this child. The fact that she, you know, noticed that it's not real babies by that explanation is crazy. You can clearly tell it's AI. I don't know. Maybe it's just if you know, you know. This is one of those situations where if you know, you know how AI operates. So when it's some real babies, it's not going to be that perfect. The image, even though it's imperfect, don't get me wrong, you can still see imperfections. Like it might be a baby with 4 toes or 4 fingers or 6 fingers and 6 toes. But you gonna it's like the background of it is perfected. And if you here's the thing, let me show y'all another way to be able to tell, right? If you take the picture and you zoom all the way in, you'll be able to tell that it's AI by doing it. You'll be able to look at the picture. Look at, just pay attention to everything. When you zoom all the way in, you'll be able to tell that it's not real. Zoom all the way in on the skin and all of it. It's too perfect, like the skin perfection and all of that. It don't have those fine lines like real humans. Um, Somebody say they are not cute at all. Let's just be real, like for real. That's what people are assuming because they're not showing them. That's why they don't show them exactly what I said. Exactly. Both of them babies look like boys. These babies look different every time you post them. Yeah, my little niece who had on earrings the last time. One time she had rollers in her head. Wow, they really be doing the little babies dirty. Last time I saw the little boy, he had a cone head and elephant ears. Child, the boy with the dark color got 6 toes and 4 on the other foot. New tech AI. It's pitiful what they doing. 2 boys, not yours. What's the point with all the AIs? These comments. What's wrong with the big toes? Child, he's still playing. That boy look like him for real. Okay, that's good. Let me go back to the picture. So let's see. One, and then if you look at it fast, why this look like 6 toes? But if you count it, it's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, the fact that they couldn't tell was some of them. Let me say that some of them was able to pick up on it, but then you got some that's like, oh, they so cute. Are you not looking at the picture? You can look at, and this is why I say, y'all, if you are confused as to if an image is AI or not, zoom in. You can either, and even more so, zoom in on the toes or the fingers. Toes or fingers. If you are not sure, it's going to tell you what you need to know. It's going to tell you. Because I guarantee you, if you was to zoom in on this, right? Matter of fact, let me give y'all an example. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Hold up. I'm going to do it right now and show y'all. Let's see. Um, let's see how to get close. A good zoom. I have to crop it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me do it. Let me get it together. Let's do it like this. And then crop it. Let's do this one. That looks so funny, bro. Matter of fact, I can use this part. Hold up. I can use this part. Because it's always going to be some type of distortion in this hand. The whole extra finger right here. And you can't really tell unless you zoom in. Let me see. But what I can say though is, hold on. Send this to my email. Wait, no, I want to send it now. Okay, there we go. What I can say is though, y'all, is that um the boy twin, if you notice on, and this is how I know that he started putting their actual pictures through the AI generator. Well, one, you could tell because, like, take for instance one of that last picture he posted where they was in the car. That's in the back seat of her car. If you look on her other pictures, you can see that that's the back seat of her car. So that's one thing to let you know that the picture was put through a. See, at first they was just posting AI generated babies, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all an example. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the difference so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Go on his page and pull it up. Photos like that picture she posted for the birthday. Let's see. Let me see. Mm, This is a good one. That one. But I need to find the one where. Hold up. I thought it was a picture with both of them together. Hold on, y'all. I know not on your poster one with the rollers. Wait, give me a second. Put this little 1, 2 together for y'all. Okay, I can use this. Okay, we'll use this one, and then we'll use that one because I know we put that one through a generator too, and this one. Mm, I'm gonna use this. Mm, mm, good. All right, now let me do a collage. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, let's do this one and you can use the one that was just done. I should put this one up there too, but I ain't gonna do that. All right, let's make it bigger. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. This is supposed to be the boy. Okay, it's the boy. And then make it bigger. All right, now take the border down some. Hold on, y'all, because I'm literally making the collage for y'all to show y'all. Okay, save it. We don't want no music, child. Okay, now let me send that one to my email so I can show y'all the difference. There. All right. Okay. What was I saying right here? Okay, let me take this one down. What's I saying on the page? All right. Now let's pull this up. Show y'all that. Or y'all remind me before we get off here so I can show y'all that post. Wait, this not good. Yeah, I want to show y'all this one. Open a new tab. Two. Okay. All right. So share screen. The first one is this one. This was just to show y'all the distortion, right? Look at the finger. If you, it's kind of blurry because you know anytime you zoom in a whole lot, it looks let me take this off. Anytime you zoom in a whole lot, it kind of gives blurry, right? So that was the biggest I could make it. But if you look at the balled up finger right here, you can see that it's no definition to the thumb. And also, um, based on the position of like the hands, the feet, if they balled up, whatever, when you put it through an AI generator, it creates like another finger or another, like it becomes distorted, basically. It confuses the generator. But if you look under the hand, it's like making a whole nother set of fingers. So that's why I say anytime you confuse if it's AI or a real picture, zoom in on the hands or the toes. And it's gonna tell you. The face might look real and regular, but zoom in. Zoom in on the fingers or the toes. And another one, hold on, y'all. All right, let's take this one down. Let me show y'all the other one. My baby probably like, "Mama, warm your coffee again." Hey, boo. One more minute. Thank you. Okay, let me show y'all this, right? So with this one, now I'm going to show you guys the difference with this image right here. Now, mind you, this is the boy. He posted both of these, right? But the difference is, if you notice this picture right here, this picture was generated without an image. And you can tell by definition, right? It was generated without an image. This is just a random AI baby, period. Meaning that anybody, and this is why I think they stopped doing it like that too, because if y'all notice, when Laonya posted those alleged pictures of them for the happy 6 months or in honor of her birthday back in June, notice how multiple people were able to go and generate the same image, right? Auntie Pimo posted, if I'm not mistaken, and some others, because it was a regular AI generated picture. Anybody can get and use the same picture, right? So them thinking they smart, they started taking pictures of the babies and putting the pictures through an AI generator. That way, nobody can recreate that image. Even though every time they do it, AI gives them a different version of a different baby, but it's still their baby. It's just a generated version, right? So if you notice here, like I said, this is a AI generated baby, and this is their baby through AI, through an AI generator. Notice the lines under the eye. The boy twin actually has that. If you've seen the actual picture of the boy twin, because like I said, Janelle didn't leak the picture, some others too, but he didn't leak pictures in his stories and all of that. But if you see the actual boy twin, then you know that he has like this. What do you? I don't know what you call that, but um, he does have this line, like this line under his eyes, like that. I don't know. I don't know what that's called, y'all, but it's something that's uh hereditary. Like, he got that from one of his parents, basically. Because I've seen a lot of people with, like the line under their eye. Thank you, bud. You going to sleep? You was sleeping? Or you was on your game? Close my door. Okay. Um, but yeah, and I wouldn't. I actually think that this uh skin tone is the actual skin tone of the boy twin, or close to it. Because if you notice, Laonya says a lot of times that the boy has her complexion, and it's obvious if you've seen past videos where she'll post them but not showing their face. You can see that one is darker than the other, which is the girl. I think the girl looks like Janelle and the boy looks like her. That's my opinion. And based on what I've seen, yeah, the girl looks like him, and the boy favors her more. Skin, skin tone and all of that for both. Baby girl got Janelle's skin tone, and baby boy is like, that caramel reddish color like Laonya. But this is a real picture put through a AI generator, right? And it will give you some of the features that are actually on the babies. That's why I say the boy does have these lines under his eye. If you actually seen the picture, some of y'all have, some haven't, but because like I said, he didn't leaked it and all of that good stuff, child. But yeah, but you can see the difference. I'm just showing y'all the difference in a AI generated baby and a real baby picture put through an AI generator. See the difference? See the difference in the background? If you notice, it looks like the baby kind of blends in with the background here, where this one is a more realistic background. And that's why. All right, let me take that down. But the more and more he posts, y'all, Very similar. Very similar. The AI, the ones he's posting is starting to look just like the real baby, just through an AI generator. So the features are very similar, basically. All right, let me show y'all. Okay, this is the last post, and I'm getting my butt up off of here because I am sleepy, y'all. So we will be back tomorrow. Let me show y'all this first. Let me show y'all this first. Where is it? Hold on. Where's the post? Oh, no, that's not it. I know I didn't. Oh, uh, Zoom, duh. I mean, go down. Hello. All right. So this right here, this popped up. This was in one of my videos. I wish I would have. I could have put the one where. Hold on. I think I got one where my words is not over it. Let me see y'all. Hold on. So I can read it. Because okay, I do have it, but I have a picture. But this one is good too. So I'm gonna do this one and I'm gonna send this. I'll put that one up. But as you guys know, that's the image that she herself posted. Laonya posted this in a panic whenever uh Dawn dropped them receipts on her about Janashul putting hands and feet and spit on her. Y'all remember they said they had that 911 headquarters call, right? But she Laonya posted this and tried to, but not only the lady across the street, but Laonya posted this. It says, "This is what domestic V looks like, courtesy of my ex-husband, July 2022." So she tried to lie and say RH did this. So she definitely played a role when it came to the framing of RH. She posted this. So it wasn't just her word of mouth telling other people to do it. She had a hand in it too. So she contributed to the framing outside of verbal, right? I just want to show y'all that. Let me pull this other one up. Because the other one is attached to a text message. One of the messages that Dawn had put up. But this is my this comes from my video, y'all. So for one of my videos, y'all. I'm gonna read it to y'all. All right. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all remember this one. Because this is the one of the messages where she said Laonya was in her her friend group, and she told her friends that Janelle took the game he bought Isaiah and all saying F them kids. F in them kids or whatever. I guess she meant F you and them kids. Ain't nobody gonna want me in my four, right? That's what she said he told her to her friend. And you know, bro, you to the fellas, right? You know, we probably ain't got too many in here. But if you ever wonder why, you know, your girl, homegirls don't like you, or they always got a funky attitude when you come around, or when they come around, it's because 9 times out of 10 they got a group chat, and she's telling them every time y'all get into it, every time you piss her off, and that's why friends are gonna side with their friend unless they sleeping with their friend man on, behind the scenes style. But friends are gonna side with their friend. And just because she took you back, don't mean the friends gonna start back liking you. Okay? It ain't no on and off switch that you turn on. But that's 9 times out of 10. That's why. They giving you the bombastic side eye and all of that. Very dry hat. Hey, how you doing? All right. So let me read this to y'all. But if y'all remember, this was the post that she put up when she was trying to remember when she went on her little rant online and she was putting all them posts up back to back to back to back, talking about he tripped me going into the doctor's office while I was pregnant. He spit and choked on me. A man who disrespects his mother would uh never respect you. That was a red flag. And uh having a pregnant woman drive an hour and a half and leaving her outside is nasty work. Y'all remember when she was posting all of those things back to back about Janelle? Well, after the fact, when they got back together, and she had to come back to the internet and do damage control. This was the post she made trying to take those things back. Well, at least the most serious parts of what she said, right? So hold on. Where's the doggone post? So she said, let me make it bigger. She said, I don't want to address this ever again. Of course you wouldn't, right? I was venting out of emotions and my posts were over exaggerated with the issues at hand. Imagine that though. Let me push pause right. Imagine constantly coming to the internet, putting your business out here, and because it always backfires, never works in her favor. The only time one of her rants worked in her favor was initially, the very first time she came out here and told her and the truth business. The reason why it worked in her favor because that was her initial incident. And people at that point gave her the benefit of the doubt because she was a woman, right? She was a woman. And she had that thing on her finger, that little finger splint and all of that. She started making the kids co-sign and child was a hot mess. But after the fact, once they started seeing a pattern and the lies being debunked, this is why after she does that, she later has to come back and explain herself, take accountability, or try to take things back. But it'd be too late at that point. Her word is no longer credible, right? So she said, I don't want to ever address this again. No, I don't want to address this ever again. I was venting out of emotions, per usual, and my posts were over exaggerated with the issues at hand. That's what you call gaslight. You coming on the internet telling the internet he spit on you and choked you, and then people sharing it and saying he's an abuser is not people over exaggerate. It's people calling it like it is because that's a bruise. Like, make it make sense. Are you putting a post just outright tripping a pregnant woman while she going into the doctor's office is nasty work? How do you think people are gonna take that? It ain't no over exaggerate. Like, that's narc behavior and gaslight. Point blank in the period, right? Just the fact that she thought she could come back out here and put this post and say that people over exaggerated her words is crazy. When she put her post out outright exactly how it happened, according to her. But she was mad. So it says the first statement is Janelle drunk, spitting in my face. The accurate description would have been an argument and spit was exchanged during the disagreement. So it sounds to me, now we going off of over exaggeration, that would mean she overly exaggerated, not the internet. The internet took exactly what she said and just reshared and gave dialogue on it, gave opinions, perspectives. So if anybody overly exaggerated, if we really looking at based on exaggeration definition, it would be her trying to take everything back that she said when it was too late. The second statement is Janelle trying to trip me going into doctor office. Y'all peep this one. The correct description is the rebuttaling of it for me. The correct description. The correct description would have been we play too much all the time, as everyone has seen Ja plays a lot, and it was meant to be said in a playful manner. He would never trip me purposely and try to hurt or harm me or his unborn children. Ma'am, if he tripped you, he tripped you. Point blank in the period. Ain't no playful matter. That's not a joke. That ain't even funny. So if his intentions were to try and trip you going into the doctor's office, that was his intention. It ain't no cleaning that up because it should have never been done. That's the crazy part. Like, that's like somebody pulling a chair, knowing a pregnant woman about to sit down, and they pull a chair from under her. That's not a joke. Intentional harming or doing things that you know can end in harm is not funny. When you trip anybody, you tripping them with the hopes that they fall. Like, child, So it says, I had forgot all about this, y'all. That's why I pulled it up because I wanted to read it. Let me see what the other one is. Uh, the third statement was me stating Janelle doesn't care about baby A. There you go. Was also a statement that was made in a playful manner because peep the rebuttal, y'all. Peep the cleanup, right? Damage control. Was also a statement that was made in a playful manner because he was simply stating baby A always be turned on the ultrasound while baby B be chilling, but I wasn't trying to hear that. I assume he didn't care because he wanted two boys, but that wasn't true. But that isn't true. That cleanup right there was ridiculous. It didn't even make sense. If he said, right? Wait, hold on. Not if he. If she said that um he didn't care about baby A because it was a girl, it's self-explanatory. That means it's something that he's saying or doing that has you feeling like he was going to differentiate between those babies. And the crazy part is he's actually doing it now. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. The fact that she said this months ago before she had the babies, right? This was while she was at the end of her pregnancy, or close to the end. And it's happening in real time is crazy. It's crazy. That's why I say words hold power. Words hold a lot of power. And it was clear that he was doing things that made her feel like probably telling her because he's known to be disrespectful at the mouth. He probably was telling her, I don't care about that girl. I wanted two boys. He probably told her outright, just like that. Because why else would she say that? Why else would she say that? Talking about baby A be turned on the ultrasound. That don't have nothing to do with you saying he don't care about the girl. So the next one, let's see. The fourth statement was me stating him using the twins for clout, baby. He's still doing that too. Um, him using the twins for clout when in actuality he only posts. Here you go, y'all. Keep the damage control. He only posts content on Facebook and keeps his other platforms professionally because he's an actor. I'm gonna read the other part. Let me address that. So, I, the fact that she said professional on the other platforms is crazy because if you go to this fool's platforms, right, everything ain't professional. The only thing he don't post on his other platforms is her and them babies. So I don't know, like his mom could get posted on there, his dad. Like, granted, he does post more scenes and pictures from outings on his Instagram and stuff like that, but it is not all it's not completely professional, what you would consider professional. It ain't just movie clips, it's him. It's his life. I don't know not one real celebrity that does not post their family on their Instagram for professional reasons. Make that make sense, y'all. As if you having kids or a girlfriend is going to stop you from getting an acting role. Most actors are husbands and fathers. It ain't too many actors that don't have a family. So she sure did Kimberly W. This is crazy. Like, no, he posts them cheering on Facebook because, like you said, that's where he gets paid and that's what brings him engagement. And I just showed y'all an example where the proof is in the pudding. When he posts himself, couple likes here and there. When he posts the babies, hundreds, thousands of likes, almost thousands of comments. So yeah, the proof is in the pudding, child. So the end of the statement says, I just wanted to address this. So y'all, the rumors that she put out, I could see if it was somebody else who put it out and then she had to, give a statement on what's actually true. But the rumors is what she put out. People was just speaking on her posts and resharing her posts. So imagine calling that rumors. And this is why she's so embarrassed to this day, because she can't erase everything she's done on social media. And that's what she so deeply wants. But you can't take it back. And you would think the fact that you can't take it back and you're still being spoken on would have been enough for you to not even do what you did the third time. Because not only did she expose RH, she exposed Sleepy too. But the difference is when she exposed Sleepy on the internet, she didn't have all of those followers. And it resurfaced to show pattern of behavior when the DV lie came out about RH. That's why the Sleepy exposure resurfaced, to show that it's a pattern there. You wouldn't have to do damage control or try to fix things or constantly be in the fire that you got to try to put out if you wouldn't keep starting the fire. You're the fire starter now. Hashtag fire starter. New name. That's her new name, y'all. The fire starter. So let me read that again. She said, I just wanted to address this so the rumors can end, because what I posted was turned into worse than what it actually was. And that is why I deleted it in less than 2 hours. Moving on. No, and the thing is, nobody moved on but her. Nobody. People are still talking about it because you don't get to dictate what's discussed on the internet once it's placed on the internet. The only way you can dictate it is by not putting it out there. That's the only way. And that's why you have a lot of people with some sense who don't put their business on the internet, because they know and they understand that once you put it out there, you cannot dictate how it grows, how it moves. You can't dictate that. Yeah, you deleted it, but everybody else didn't. No, they wanted to talk about it. We wanted to talk about it. You was mad, overly impulsive, and you wanted to embarrass this man because you was hurt, right? That's what it was. She was hurt. She wanted to embarrass him. She wanted him to hurt like she was hurt. So she wanted to shame him on the internet. And then when she calmed down and they had their little talk, it's, oh, let me delete it. I did too much. But by then it was too late, just like the other time. So you would think somebody with some sense, if they seen the backfire of their behavior on multiple occasions, that they wouldn't do the exact same thing moving forward. You are supposed to learn from your experiences, not keep doing the same thing and going through the same experiences. Every experience in life is supposed to be different because of your growth. That's crazy to me. If I would have did what she did with RH, I would have never came back. That would have been the last time I ever told my business. The hit that they both took financially. But you know what it was too, y'all? When she did what she did with RH, she made a bag. 2022, early 2022, 2023, this girl was making a coin, baby. A big coin. A big bag. And she thought that she could recreate that with Janelle. That's why when they fell out, she posted When a Woman's Fed Up, part 1. She had it in part. She was ready to have it in part. Let me do this story time. She posted it on every platform. It was on TikTok, probably Snapchat. I didn't see Snap, but it was definitely on TikTok. It was definitely on her YouTube, and it was definitely on, I don't know if she did on Facebook, but I think she did. Don't quote me. But it was even a point in that crash out live where she say, go post it on all platforms. I don't give a F. Run it up. She say, turn up. That's what she said. I still got that clip, that receipt, baby. But she thought she could recreate that coin that she generated when she was with RH, but you only get one time to cry wolf on the internet. That coin came through sympathy. Once that sympathy dried up, the coin was gone. It ain't no recreating that moment. And that's why when she seen it didn't work and it backfired and it was more backlash than sympathy, she wanted to delete it from the internet. But by that time, it was too late. People was already on her ass. It was too late. Too late, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me get up off of here. Let me take this down. I love y'all. It is almost 12. It's almost 11:30. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl. Consistent 400 in the building for 2 hours. It's great. Especially at this time on a Sunday night, baby. This little Sunday night cap. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna be back tomorrow with another one. We'll probably just for shits and giggles, we'll probably review that interview that Janastros did of Laonia when he had his podcast. We might do that on live tomorrow. Yeah, we'll probably do it on live tomorrow unless something else comes about. But if not, we'll do that tomorrow. Because I feel like when we do those back down memory lane, the recaps, we be finding stuff that we didn't see prior because now we know behavior and pattern, right? Now we know characteristics. So it gives something different when you look at it again. But yeah, good night, y'all. I love y'all. For the ones that's going to work, don't be late because y'all stayed up late in this little nightcap. Make sure y'all get your ass up in the morning, okay? And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Luke Hawk, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong surviving. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Lupac baby. Capiche?
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-Q-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lupac, baby, where every video got purpose.